Hi, this is David McCann for Elementor 360. Welcome to another 360 review. In this video, I want to look at a new feature that Crocoblock has added to their top-end packages. The feature is called Dynamic Templates, and it takes the idea of pre-designed templates to a whole nother level. Here I am on the Crocoblock website. You can see that it comes with 18 plugins, which is a huge number of plugins. And they recently redid their plans and pricing. I talked about this in the Elementor 360 newsletter. If you're not subscribed to that, you might want to. There's a sign-up form on the Elementor 360 website. But anyway, what they did is two things. One is they raised the prices, which I say is because of the huge value, all the things that are included in the suite. But the other thing they did is they reorganized which plugins were included in which packages. So they've organized them by e-commerce, those related to more towards WooCommerce, for design, for dynamic, people who want to work with custom post types and custom fields for dynamic data. And then they have an all-inclusive annual package and an all-inclusive lifetime package. And they separate the pricing plans into one website or unlimited websites. So this is the cost for unlimited websites for a year. And this is the all-inclusive lifetime cost. Now, when you look at the all-inclusive packages, they have a line here that says access to extras. And the dynamic templates are part of the extras. This is kind of the whipped cream on the top of the all-inclusive plans. And so there are four types of extras that come with the all-inclusive plans. There's two types of pop-ups and two types of templates. I'm focusing on the dynamic templates, but let's quickly take a look at the other items in the extras category. There's an interactive pop-up library, and it says they have more than 50 of those pop-ups. And so what makes these a little different is that they're animated pop-ups. They have some kind of interactive element. So like this one, when you hover your mouse over it, you get this double arrow. So if you hold the mouse down and move, then it reveals the coupon code. I think most people will figure that out, but it might not be obvious to some people that you need to hold the mouse down and move. So this is kind of a slide to reveal type of interactive pop-up. They have a couple of other types. Let's see if we can find one of the other ones. Oh, this is another slide to reveal. It's kind of cute. So here's a kind of a flip box type of thing. And here's another one that I wanted to show you, which is the scratch off. Basically, you hold the mouse down and it reveals the coupon code. So those are the interactive pop-ups. You know, you might be able to make some of those on your own with Elementor or whatnot, but it's kind of cool. They're nice. They're something different, and they're only available in the all-inclusive packages. Then there are also pop-up templates, and it says there are more than 150 of these, and these are more traditional pop-ups. So, for example, here's another Halloween one, and it just gives you the coupon code. They have these in different categories. The interactive pop-ups are not by category, but the pop-ups are. So, you know, you can find something already designed for Black Friday, for instance, or, Halloween or Cyber Monday or a birthday, company birthday, or for cookie policy, privacy policy. So those categories and organization, that's nice. Then if we look at the templates, there are design templates. And these are full-page designs. They're much like any other templates that come with some of the premium plugins, or even Elementor has, a number of templates. They are very attractive, which is a nice thing of these. And all of these pop-ups and templates that come as the extras are very attractive. I think on the same level of quality as the Elementor Pro ones in their site kits. Those are, I think, also very high quality. So, you get a full page template with a number of sections, and says they have 47 of them at the moment. And these are also organized by category, so you can zero in on the ones that might be useful that you can use right away. Now, the category of extra that I'm interested in for this video are the dynamic templates, and there are currently 7 of them. And this is kind of important about which ones of these are available, because I think they are pretty focused on certain niches. So if you can find something that's close to what you're doing, it'll be a real benefit. There's a car rental website template, RentGo. There's a grand hotel booking template. You can see these have WooCommerce and other features in them like Ajax filters. There's a mini hotel booking template. There's a med center for doctor's appointments. There's an appointment scheduling website for a barber or beauty shop. And there's a vacation rental template. And one of the things you can see is that they're using the Jet Bookings plugin for booking rooms or booking appointments. And then the last one is this car dealer website template, which is the one I chose to look at. So next, let's switch over to a testing site and we'll do a walkthrough of the install and look and see what we get with a dynamic template. To install a dynamic template on a site, you're going to need to log into your account page on the Crocoblock website and get this plugin called Crocoblock Wizard. This is how the dynamic templates are installed. Okay, I've got a test site here using the Page Builder Framework theme, the free theme, and I'm logged in there. I'm going to go to the plugins page. I've already downloaded the Crocoblock Wizard. I've got Elementor Free installed and activated, and I've got WP Reset. I'm using this for resetting the site in between testing sessions. So let's start here now with activating the wizard. Here we get a welcome screen, and we have some options to export a skin, import a skin, the interactive pop-up library, we can add those. Okay, but I want to install Crocoblock, so I'm going to click here in the middle, let's go. And then it asks me for my license key. Okay, I've installed my license and click the next button. And then we have the option for full installation or this is to install individual plugins. I want to go with the full one, although I didn't really see instructions, but I'm guessing that this is the root here. So I click install. And then I was surprised at this step because it asked me to choose a theme. And, this is the theme that comes with Crocoblock. And there's Ocean WP, Astra, Hello Theme, and Generate Press, which we know all these work well with Elementor. But I know that Page Builder Framework does also, so I'm going to stick with that and continue on. But you do have the option to install one of these. I guess it's going to download it from WordPress.org for you, which is nice if you didn't have one of the themes already installed. Then there's the option to install a design template or dynamic template. And I'm going to go with the car dealer. There is an option here to go look at the demo, but I'm just going to go with the installation here, and we'll see it after it's installed. So these are the elements that are required for this dynamic template. And then you can install some of the other Jet plugins if you want to at this time. But I'm just going to go with the required ones here, and I'll leave all those checked. You can skip that, I guess, if you want. And this takes quite a bit of time. I've already got Elementor installed, as you saw. But it's checking all of these, and it's installing them. Okay, then it gives you the option to install the demo content, and you can append it to your current content or you can replace the existing content. I'm going to go with replace because there's no other important content on this site. I did notice this time through that there is the option to skip the demo import. So if you are using this dynamic template for a site you're building, then you might want to install it as a test version on a development site or some kind of testing site on the site we're actually building for a client or something. Then you might want to skip the demo content here because you'd have to clear it out when you're done otherwise. So I'm going to go with replace and continue. Now it's going to download all of these things, but it's asking for confirmation, which is a nice little security thing. Make sure you don't delete, overwrite all of your website by accident. So I'm just going ahead and continuing. This can take a while, so I'll pause the video and then pick up when it goes to the next step. Okay, that actually took almost 5 minutes. You can see there's 429 images, 130 posts, so it's a pretty significant download. I've got very fast internet, but don't think it's going to happen in a minute when you do it. And now we continue on, and it regenerates thumbnails. This also takes a very long time. So I'm going to pause the video again till we get through this step of regenerating thumbnails. I guess it's doing that so that the thumbnails are the correct size for the theme, which makes sense. Okay, we're almost done here. It's been about maybe almost 4 minutes, but it's zipping through this last part here. So we finished regenerating the thumbnails, and now we've gotten to the congratulations screen. Let's go to the front end and take a look at the site, this dynamic template that we got. One thing that we'll see is that this is not just one page. This is a full site install, something similar to the Elementor Pro site kits, but this has the advantage, or this has the extra feature of actually having both the front and the back end wired up together. Here's the front page. The first thing we have is this search box here. And we can search by type of transport, price, year, engine capacity. We can look for water transport, buses, blah, 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 cars. Here are popular brands. Then there are VIP ads. And we can see for each one of these cars, there are different fields, information here. For example, its year, how many kilometers it has, what state the car is in, what kind of transmission, kind of fuel, whatnot. Then here's a recent ads area, which would be like a recent posts, I guess. And then these are blog posts. So they've done some content marketing, and they have, in addition to the ads, they have some general articles about cars and vehicles. All right, so that's what we get with these. And let's try doing a search. Let's say we'll pay up to, say, $20,000. All right, so I've got cars. These are not linked together. It would be nice if the makes and models cascaded here were linked together, these search boxes. But let's search and see what we get. Okay, so we come now to a page called Catalog, where we see cars that fit our search criteria. Now we can search by make and by model. I kind of like Mazdas. Let's see what we have. So there's one Mazda here. And here it has different body types. So these are filters here, probably using jet filters. And transmission type. We have the price slider, engine capacity slider here, drivetrain, engine type, mileage, year, all those. So this is a pretty sophisticated page. That really demonstrates well all of the different types of search and filters you can do with Crocoblock. Here are the state filters, so we can, if we're in Iowa, we can go see which car is available in Iowa. Ferrari. So let's choose this one. And this is the individual single template for the vehicle. And that seems a little sparse to me. We have so much information about the cars. I guess this is one place where they kind of skimped a little bit and didn't fill in all the information. But it looks like this could have had a content template for the single vehicle here. Let's go back to the home page, though, and look at some of the other front-end pages that come with this. Here are these popular brands. And so there is a brand page, catalog of brands. This is a really cool page here. Again, we can go and pick our Mazda, and we can see the Mazdas that are available for sale. I like that brand page. I think is really nice. Let's go back to the home page and see if there are Any other things we want to see? Okay, VIP ads. Get this badge on them. And so these are all VIP ads, and you have, I think like on this other catalog page also, you had this sort, so you have options to help find the cars. This is nice. If we go to the back end, we can see saying it wants to do an update. So if we go to the back end, we can see here are the content marketing, kind of the blog posts. Here are the media installed. So there were a lot of media files, and that's why you probably wouldn't want to install the demo content on a site you were planning to take to production. There are pages. So one of the things here is that it has an account page and a page to create an account and a members area. Let's take a quick look at this. So on your accounts page, you have your ads. So you can sign up here and you can submit an ad for a vehicle. And this is, and they have to get approved. So this is an ad that is pending. And then here's the profile area where you can add your VAT number and then information about you, about the seller, and your profile picture. And let's see what the member area looks like. I'm already logged in. Okay, so this is a sign up page, I guess, for registration. One of the things I was also surprised at is this entire site is driven by one custom post type, the ads custom post type. So here's the custom post type. It has 5 custom taxonomies: color, state, models, makes, and type of transport. So that was interesting that they had quite a few of the search parameters are accomplished using the custom taxonomies. Let's go look at the ads. There are 70 of them in this demo site, which is a huge number for a demo site. So pretty extensive. I think they wanted to give good data for trying this out, seeing how it works. If we go into an ad here, we're in the Gutenberg editor. And these are the custom fields here. We have a gallery where we could have multiple images. And then all these things like price and mileage, these are, year and whatnot. These were all parameters in some of the searches. So it is using not only the custom taxonomies, but also some of these custom fields for the search parameters. And then I see here a toggle for if it's a VIP ad. So presumably you're charging more for those, I guess. And then here's where you would enter the taxonomies settings. That's the ads custom post type. If we look here at the templates, we see that there is a main filters. There's some templates for the user and for adding a post and editing a post. I think these are for the ads probably. Let's go look at one of these. Yeah, so this would be if you want to add a vehicle. And here's one for main filters. Let's look at this one in Elementor. So this is that big filter on the top of the home page. So I think these are supposed to be linked up and filled in automatically. We can see here, this is filter for jet engine. It's an Ajax filter applied on change. And then you have an opt to index data for the search when items are created or updated. So that's an example there. Let's go back to the dashboard and come down. Look at the Jet plugin settings. For example, let's look at the Jet Elements settings. One of the things that I like about the Crocoblock suite, and I think is a hallmark of kind of the higher tier add-ons for Elementor, is when you're able to toggle on or off the widgets and extensions that you're not going to use, so it doesn't show up in the editor. Then we can look at the Jet Smart filters, and there are 12 of those for sorting, for color, for mileage, for engine type. We can look at those. Let's take a look at one of them. This is state. So this was one that was a custom taxonomy, and it's a select filter, and it's driven by the taxonomies data source of state. Then let's look at one, maybe mileage, which is a custom field in the ad post, and it's a range filter type. This is the minimum value. These are the steps. The query variable is mileage. And so anyway, this is a filter created from a custom field. Then if we look in the Jet pop-up area, there's a pop-up to send a letter to the seller. And then if we look in Jet Engine, we can see that it has the definition for the ads custom post type. And one of the things that's kind of interesting to me about the difference between, say, Jet Engine and Advanced Custom Fields or Toolset is that you can attach the fields directly here to the custom post type, whereas sometimes fields are added separately into kind of meta box groups. Like Advanced Custom Fields, you add them as the fields as a group and then attach them to the custom post type. By the way, these are all the fields then from the Ads custom post type. And if we look at the meta boxes, this is actually information that was added to the user profile that we saw when we were looking at the user account page. Here are the listings for the output that is used in the templates. For example, here's the car, brands, item. Remember that big list. The listings, I think, are the kind of single unit that then gets repeated to create the archive. So there's the single unit on that. So summary and conclusions. I was surprised at how extensive the car dealer dynamic template was. And by the number of ads, there were 70 that were created for the demo functionality. I was also surprised that the whole thing was driven by one custom post type. And that got me thinking about how we often maybe overcomplicate the data architecture when we're creating sites with advanced functionality. I could easily see, for example, creating a custom post type for the car manufacturer. Anyway, looking at the custom post type, the custom fields, and the filters, those are the three components that make this site work. It became pretty clear to me that it would be difficult to install and then adapt the car dealer dynamic site for other purposes. Like, say, you wanted to use it for some other type of business. All of the fields are named, and that's wired into all of the filters and everything. So I don't think it would be feasible to really try to go in and rename the fields. So one conclusion is that these dynamic templates are mainly useful for real sites only if the site purpose is very closely aligned with the subject of the dynamic template. This particular site was not a design masterpiece. It wasn't a work of art or something. It seemed to focus on the functionality. And what I see from that is that this would be a great source for learning how to put together a classified site. Toolset reference sites are the only thing I've ever seen that's comparable to this. The 12 filters that are defined for the searches would be good examples to see how Jet Smart filters work. So if you don't need a site that's closely aligned with the exact subject of these dynamic templates, you can still install them and use them for reference to learn about how to create the filters and wire up a site like this. Most of the other dynamic template sites included WooCommerce. And on this site, you'd probably need to add some way to take payment for the ads if you were going to allow other people to place ads on your classified site. Looking overall, it's pretty clear that the dynamic templates take the whole idea of a pre-designed template to a whole new level. It's beyond the Elementor Pro Site Kit level. This new addition to the Crocoblock suite is another high-end feature that's added to the already extensive Crocoblock collection. I don't think I would buy the all-inclusive package just for these extras, but having them is really icing on the cake. So if you have the all-inclusive package, I think it's worth checking out these extra features, and especially the dynamic templates if you're interested in learning how to use dynamic content on your Elementor site. So that's the walkthrough of the Crocoblock Dynamic Templates Extra. There's a text version of this video available on the Elementor 360 website, along with other reviews and resources. I hope you found this video useful. Thank you for watching.